Welcome to Cooking with
Team Toothless.
Today we're going to be looking at some recipes that are college friendly for people who are in college, recipes that are cost efficient and with a specific diet. Megan, what specific diet are we going to be doing today?
We're going to be doing the paleo diet today.
Cool.
So, the paleo diet is basically made popular by gastroenterologist Walter Volkmann in the 1970s. And it's basically based off the Stone Age diet and a carnivorous diet where it only included fats, proteins, and small amounts of carbohydrates.
Now the reason why it only uses a little bit of carbohydrates is because in the Stone Age, they didn't have processed grains like we do today that's found in bread and pasta and in many other products. So the paleo diet excludes grains, legumes, dairy products, potatoes, refined salt, refined sugar, and processed oils. Everything that you would not see in the diet of a caveman. And it also includes a very high protein intake, which accounts for about 19 to 35% of protein on your plate when you're eating. And that includes meats and seafoods.
And it also accounts for lower carbohydrates and the lower glycemic index, where there are no starchy fruits, vegetables, which take up for 35 to 45% of the diet.
Also, it includes high fiber intake, which is really important, and it's found mostly in vegetables. We think sometimes that fiber can be found in grains, which it can, but since this diet excludes that, the high fiber intake does not include grains, and it replaces them with vegetables.
And then it also has the higher potassium and also lower sodium intake, where potassium is good for the heart, the kidneys, and other organs.
And now we're going to hand it off to Megan, who's going to be cooking our first dish with us. And I'm going to head out. See you guys later.
Bye, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. So today I'll be making oven roasted broccoli, where I have 1 bunch of broccoli, I have sea salt, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So first we will wash and cut the broccoli, then we'll heat the oven for 400 degrees. So now I will toss the broccoli with the olive oil and the salted salt. And then salted salt. But I don't have salted salt, so I just use regular sea salt. Broccoli is a true superfood, where broccoli helps with anti-inflammatory micronutrients, and it helps boost your vitamin C and your vitamin K, and it helps you get more energy. Just toss the broccoli and the salted sea salt and the olive oil. You put it on the parchment paper on the baking pan, and we'll now put it into the oven for about 15 minutes. So you just took it out the oven, and it's now a finished oven roasted broccoli.
What's cooking? It smells really great. Oh wow, oven roasted broccoli. Yum, I cannot wait to eat it. Hello and welcome back to Cooking with Team Toothless. My name is Sarah, and today I'm going to be cooking a chipotle chicken salad that is part of the paleo diet. So we have some wonderful chicken here, we've got our celery and our onions, and we're going to be making our homemade mayo, and we have some spices and we're getting it all together, and we're going to be doing this based off the paleo diet. So everything that we have here is also cost efficient and college friendly, and why don't we just get started? Okay, so really quick, I'm going to explain how we prepared these things. So we cut up our chicken after we bought it from the market, and we just bought it from like your local deli, and we were able to boil it so that I could cook it. and cook it all the way through, and that it's not tampered with, so it's still fresh and still considered paleo. And then we just cut it up. Also same with the celery and the onions, we just cut these up. And I want to note the importance of protein before we get started. So protein is really important to our bodies because it's actually essential for every single cell. Now, protein is made of chains of amino acids, and these help to repair cells and actually recreate new ones. So that's why protein is so important. And we find protein in things like chicken, meats, and eggs. So that's our sense of protein today. We also have a good amount of vegetables. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to first put the chicken in the onion and celery. And let's take our bowl here. And we're gonna mix it up later, but first we're gonna make our instant mayo. So we're gonna put all these ingredients into here, and then we're gonna be using our blender, and we're gonna be blending it up. It's really a simple recipe, and all it takes is an immersion blender and your ingredients. So I'm gonna first put in a tablespoon of lemon juice. I have cayenne pepper and garlic powder. Just this right here, I got some garlic powder. And it's 1/4 teaspoon of each. Okay, and then I'm gonna be putting my olive oil. Okay, and I'm gonna be putting 1 egg. Make sure there's no shells in here. Okay, we're good. Okay, I'm going to be taking some salt and pepper and season my mayo, and you can put as little or as much as you want. So I just put some salt in here. And we're going to be using my immersion blender. These are really great to take with you to college, and this recipe for mayo is very simple, so it's very great for people who are living in dorms or small apartments. Great. And there we go. We have mayo, instant mayo. So I'm going to take my mayo that I just made, and I'm going to be adding it to my chicken, my celery, and my onions. It sounds weird. It looks good though. I cannot wait to eat this. All right. And that's it. That's it. Simple, really easy. And now we have Chipotle chicken salad. So I'm going to serve this up, and I'm going to share it with some friends. I think that's good. I'm going to give this person a little bit more. And then we have a little bit extra. I just want to thank Amy and Manal and Nolan, who's over in the corner over there, for joining me today and trying out this recipe with me. We all are really enjoying it, and it's pretty darn good. I think I'll be making this in college. What do you guys think? Yes, I guess so.
I'll visit you when you make this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We just want to go through the effort of making it.
Sarah, we're gonna be at the same place anyways. Come on.
What is that?
I'm so confused.
Anyways, thank you for joining us. And now we'll be seeing a recipe from another one from Team This.
No, and I'm Google Isaac. I met Jennifer call. Yeah, you can figure out by the Google Translate stuff that we don't speak Chinese here. But today we're going to be making cauliflower rice, which is a great alternative for people who are really unbalanced diet in the paleo diet because they're so focused on eating animal products and meat, but they don't get enough veggies or fruit in their diet. But what we're able to do is kind of help with cravings of rice, especially since cultures like mine, rice is a big deal. So if I were to tell my mom, hey, I'm not going to eat rice today, I'd probably get yelled at. But it's okay, because cauliflower rice is a great alternative, especially for people who are so focused on eating meat and animal products in their diet, but they kind of neglect the veggies and fruit. But then another reason is that a lot of people people in the paleo diet can't eat grains, and a big deal in my culture and a few other cultures is rice, and we tend to get cravings for it a lot. So a great way to kind of avoid craving it is to make something really similar to it that still fits in the paleo diet. So what we need to do for cauliflower rice is actually get one cauliflower and actually grate it so it's really fine and almost looks like rice. Surprise! And we also have to chop half an onion into cubes, and then also mince garlic, which we have right here. So what we have to do is kind of really useful, and it's only just one color. Alright, so what we're doing by adding the garlic into the onion is that it kind of gives that extra flavor to the cauliflower that we normally won't get, because what we're doing is that for most paleo diets we actually can't use salt, but in this case we're using sea salt, so it kind of works out. So we're going to start with putting the heat on medium. And we're just going to start caramelizing this. So, since the onions are now getting a little translucent, we can start adding the cauliflower into it. Just kind of add it in there. Okay, now we're just taking off the meat and we're ready to serve it. Now we're done, and we have cauliflower rice that still fits your cravings and your paleo diet.
Okay, so hey guys, my name is Raka, if you didn't already know that. And today I'm going to be doing something a little different than everybody else. Ignore my voice, it sounds terrible. I don't want to listen to myself. But basically, I'm going to be making a breakfast dish, and it's going to be egg-based, or it's almost like an omelet, except it's going to be a muffin. Like, almost like those at, what's it called? McDonald's, but they're better because I made them. Okay, so basically we're going to have our egg whites. We're going to have some seasoning. One is a non-salt seasoning that I got at this store that you don't need to know about. And one is a pepper seasoning that I got at this store that you also don't need to know about. No, but it's all paleo, so don't worry about it. And we have our vegetables that include bell peppers and onions that are sauteed in a little bit of chopped up garlic. And we're going to mix it all together. We're going to bake it for about 15 minutes until we get our muffins. We're going to put our eggs in this dish. Okay, so for these egg whites, the recipe says 3/4 of a cup is equal to 4 egg whites, like whole egg whites. So we're going to go with that. We're going to do 2 servings of those, if they're considered servings. I don't think so though. Oh well, it's like one of those things. So that's about 3/4 of a cup. That's 1. There's 2. That's a lot of eggs. Yeah. Okay. And then we're gonna mix our vegetables that I already pre-sauteed because I'm cool like that, you know. So we're gonna mix these in here. And then we're gonna add a little bit of our spices. Now you can add as much or as little as you want. Like, I'm a spice type person, so I'm gonna add a little bit more than most people would. I'm not gonna add all of this stuff. So this is our non-salt spice, and this is our pepper. That's about enough, maybe a little bit more. And then we just mix them all together. Make sure everything's about evenly distributed. You know what I'm saying? And then what makes this nice is it's really fast. And once you're finished, you have like, well for me you have 6 of them. And they're really like oval and whatnot, you know? And then we're gonna pour these into our little cupcake thing with like this little pattern that I made for you because I love you all. No, not really. And then we're gonna put them in the oven. And be done with it. For my recipe. For my recipe at least. Okay? So now we're gonna put them in the oven, okay? Ooh, that's hot. We're gonna let them sit in there for about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how you like your muffins. You know what I'm saying? Okay, okay. And we'll be back. Okay, now we're gonna get these muffin-like things out of it. Oh, I shouldn't say muffin-like things. They're muffins. No stuff. And here we have, this is an awkward bowl thing. And here we have our egg muffins. And yeah, yummy, yummy. Good for your tummy.
Come take a bite right there. Did you get a picture of that?
And that's it for Cooking with Team Toothless. My name is Raka. Y'all have a pleasant time whenever you're watching this, you know? I can dig it. We out. Whoa.
Aren't you supposed to be working on a project? No.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's like paranormal activity.